In this video, we will review the Porch Service Provider Training Manual. We will cover professionalism, code of conduct, equipment expectations, customer communication, on-site process, and anatomy of a booking. Professionalism, interacting with customers. Repeat business is cultivated when positive relationships are built between customers and providers. As a representative of Porch Services, we expect that you will treat the customers with a high level of respect and consideration, as well as feel confident that upholding these standards will help you see continued success as a Porch Service provider. Professional expectations. Present yourself to the customer as Porch Services. Be kind, polite, helpful, and courteous at all times. Follow through on what you say you'll do. No smoking on the job site. Porch Services has a zero tolerance policy for drugs or alcohol consumption before or during a job. Maintain a professional appearance. These includes hygiene and cleanliness. Clean up the job site when you are finished, making sure to remove all trash generated by the project. Only clean jobs within your experience, expertise, and availability. Before starting work, contact your project coordinator with any issues or concerns. Professionalism, operational expectations. Always take before and after photos and upload these to the job. Be 5 to 10 minutes early to the job site so you are ready to start working at the scheduled time. Call both the customer and your project coordinator if you are going to be late for any reason. Do not leave a job site without collecting a payment. Complete work on the day it is scheduled for. Code of conduct. Porch Services has a high standard for the customer experience. Below are some violations that would prevent you from being able to receive jobs through Porch Services in the future. Smoking on a job site. Porch has a zero tolerance policy for a drug or alcohol consumption prior to or during work hours. Porch has a zero tolerance policy for derogatory or discriminatory remarks of any kind. Failure of ongoing background checks, felony or violent offender. Nobody can accompany you to a job site unless you are registered with Porch Services. Taking customers off platform, performing jobs for Porch Services customers on jobs not booked through Porch Services. Average customer satisfaction. Rating below 8 or more than 30 days. 3 or more customer quality of work complaints. Equipment expectations. As independent contractors, Porch Services providers are required to provide all their own tools and reliable transportation. Take a few minutes to review the tools expectation list. Questions about compensations can be addressed with your project coordinator. Porch Services steps to completing a service. 1. Claim a job. 2. Call the customer, introduce yourself, and review the project details. 3. Call the customer just before driving out to verify they are expecting you. 4. Review the worksite and work to be done with the customer. 5. Take photos and get the signature, then press on site. 6. Review the work with the customer and address any concerns. Clean up the area. 7. Before pressing complete, call PC if any changes need to be made to the invoice. 8. Collect payment. Do not leave without payment unless your project coordinator says it is okay. Claiming a project. You will get a text with the claim link with the following information: city, state, and zip code, estimated miles in a straight line between zip codes, full description of the project, amount you will be paid for completing the project, date and time the project is scheduled for, a big orange button to press if you want to claim the job. Customer communication. You should be calling each customer a minimum of 2 times, in many cases even 3. Let's talk about these calls. If a job is over 2 days away when you claim the job, then you will need to make the second call listed. Call 1 is made the day you claim a job. You need to contact the customer, go over any details, and ask any information you feel may be missing in the description that will help you prepare. Call 2 is made the day before the job. The purpose of this call is just to make sure the customer is prepared for you and they have not changed their plans. If you've not been able to make contact by now, please make sure to leave a message under Project Communication at the bottom of the job to notify your project coordinator. Call 3 is made just as you're about to drive to the customer's location. Please take a few minutes to review the call flow for contacting the customer on the same day the job is accepted. We will also share a video of this scenario. On-site process. When you arrive on site, there is a simple process to make sure all goes smooth for both yourself and the customer, as well as making sure they feel obligation to pay. You should be 5 to 10 minutes early to the job site. You will need to go over the work to be done with the customer one last time. Do a quick walkthrough with the customer and review the materials. If the description and hours need updated, we need to do that before getting a signature. Call the PC with any last-minute updates. Again, be sure to verify the customer will be paying with the card. If the job description matches the work the customer needs to do and agrees with the pricing, get the signature. Uploading photos is a requirement, not optional. Take photos before, take photos halfway in, take photos of finished job. This helps you get paid and protects you if they say you did it wrong. Now you can press on site. Once the job is completed, you need to walk the customer through the work that was done and have them review it. You will need to fix any problems the customer finds. Only when the customer is completely satisfied, press project completed. Now press the pay after service button and collect payment by card. If at any point a problem comes up, you need to call the PC immediately from the site. Do not leave the site and call your PC later. Issues need to be resolved immediately on site. Quick review. Why do we have such strict customer communication policy? If the customer does not hear from us in a timely manner, there is a very high chance they will cancel or forget about Porch and find another provider. Do I have to call them 3 times? If the job is more than 2 days out, then yes. If not, the first and last call are fine. Why do I have to mention the card payment 2 times? Too many times we have gotten to the end of a job and the customer has cash or a check and the payment cannot be made. It is very important to set the expectations of a card payment before pressing on site. Why do we have such a strict order when on site? The process is from years of trial and error. By following this process, we avoid warranty problems, where the provider completes a job and the customer does not want to pay, where the provider leaves and the customer files a claim. Why do I have to get the customer's signature before starting work? This assures 3 things. 1. The customer agrees to the work order. 2. The customer feels the obligation to pay. 3. In some places, you cannot go to collections on a work order if it is not signed. Do not spend more than $20 of your own money, unless it is a TV mount or a cord concealment. Why? Can we just add it to the invoice? Yes, we can, but if there's an issue collecting payment that is not the provider's fault, Porch will not reimburse more than $20 for customer supplies. Anatomy of a booking. In the following slides, you will see what the platform looks like for you to claim a job. You can pause at any time and resume playback when ready. Congratulations! You are now ready to complete your first project with Porch.